welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, thanks for coming back. So today we are going to talk about the new makeup releases, things that have been sneak peeked or launched in the past week. I'm going to give you my thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. Please leave them down in the comments, and I'm going to link everything I can down below in the description box, including release dates, pricing information, the Instagram accounts I pull from. It's all going to be in the description box. Everything that is on my face today will be in a pinned comment, and let's get to it. Not a ton to talk about this week, if I'm going to be honest with you. And if you are new here, I really only mention things that are like noteworthy in my opinion. This is all based on my own opinion, of course. But I don't mention every single new release that comes out because I just don't really have a strong opinion on a lot of things, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But first of all, let's talk about the thing I'm the most excited about, which is the new Nomad release. So they have, at the moment that I'm filming this, which is late Friday afternoon, they have showed what the cover and the theme is, and they've shown 8 shades in the palette. So the theme is Ghost Town USA, which I think is really cool. And the thing I'm so excited about is the packaging is the same kind of idea as the Haunted Europe palette, which is my favorite Nomad palette. And I love the packaging with a lenticular cover. I finally remember what that's called. But I think it's so, like, the packaging I'm so excited about. And it is, if it's the same size as the Haunted Europe palette, it is a pretty large palette. The color story is going to be revealed the day that you are watching this, which is Saturday, August 26th. I don't know if it will be before I post this or not. And the launch date is Tuesday, August 29th, around 12:01 a.m. Eastern time. I do usually get PR from Nomad. I have not received the palette yet. I'm not on like the tip top of the PR list, so I don't usually get their palettes in time for launch most of the time. But hopefully I do get this in PR. If I don't get it, I'm absolutely gonna buy it. Like, I love Nomad Cosmetics. I love spooky, like, fall themed stuff. I'm so ready for it. There's a couple other ones that we're gonna talk about today, but yeah, I'm very excited about this. Are you? The colors that they've shown look almost like muted, some blues, some neutrals. So I'm very excited to see what the rest of the color story is, which of course we will know today. The other like spooky launch that is sneak peeked this week is Bella Beaute Bar is releasing a new palette called the Basic Witch palette. And this one is more bright and colorful, which I think is really fun. It is a 15 pan eyeshadow palette. It is launching on Wednesday, September 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern time. 9 buttery mattes, 4 shifty multichromes, 2 dimensional duochromes for $65. This is definitely one that is on my radar. I definitely am interested in it. I've only purchased one palette from the brand, and I really enjoyed it, and I like this color story a lot. I'm not a blue gal, and there's really only one blue shade, but the blue shade is a blue shimmer, which I prefer. If I am gonna use blues, like, I prefer blue shimmers over blue mattes, and it's like a duochrome or a multi-chrome that shifts like blue to purple. It looks so pretty. So I feel like I would get a lot of use out of this palette is kind of what I'm trying to say. Let me know your thoughts on this. I think it's so pretty, and I'm definitely adding it to my wish list. A palette that I'm not interested in is Tarte is releasing a new Maneater palette. This is the Maneater Nightfall palette. 11 mattes, 9 shimmers, and 4 toppers coming soon. Honestly, like, this doesn't look very exciting to me. It's a mostly neutral palette with a handful of pops of blue, which again is not my favorite. I don't know. And the cover is like the same exact cover that they had for their last palette, except this one looks like more purple than black. I'm not excited by Tarte's like eyeshadow releases, and I know a lot of people loved their last eyeshadow palette, the Maneater After Dark, right? I think that's what it was called. People were loving it. A lot of people in the comments here on my videos. So if you did pick up that palette, are you thinking about this palette? What are your thoughts? For me, it's like an easy pass. I'm not interested in this at all. All it says is coming soon. So I don't know like anything about release date, but I'm guessing this is their Halloween launch. We have more pictures of the Grease and Makeup Revolution collab, which I mentioned last week, which I'm a huge Grease fan, absolutely huge Grease fan. I will say a couple of these things look really cute. I really like the smaller palettes that are shaped like the Pink Ladies jackets and the T-Birds jackets. I think those are adorable. The bigger palette is not something that appeals to me. I also think the cream blushes look fun and the lipsticks look fun. I definitely may be picking up the Pink Ladies eyeshadow palette. I think it's really pretty, and maybe one of the cream blushes and maybe one of the lipsticks. I would love to see this in person. I wonder if it's going to be in store at Walmart, because some of their stuff is in store at Walmart. I've seen it before. I would really love to see it in store. But regardless, I think I will pick up a few items from the collection. Not everything. Like I said, I'm not gonna get the full-size palette. I'm not gonna get the liquid lipsticks. Like, I don't need a red liquid lipstick. I don't need the brushes. I don't need the sponges. But one of the smaller palettes, maybe one of the lipsticks and one of the cream blushes is what I'm thinking. What are your thoughts after seeing these pictures? Is it something that you're interested in? Not interested in? I would love to know your thoughts. I think overall it looks cute. The cream blushes retail for $7 each, which I think is great. And the smaller palettes retail for $12. So that sounds good. And I'm also interested to try Makeup Revolution's eyeshadow formula now that they have bought BH Cosmetics. I wonder if they have taken their formula. I'm really curious. I hope so. That would be an amazing surprise. But regardless, I am probably gonna pick one of them up. Another collab that I think actually has the potential to be cute is Casper and Profusion. I have not been impressed with Profusion in the past year. Like, all of their collabs that they have released, all of their collections in general that they have released look so cheap, look so childish. I've seen a lot of them in person at Walmart and they look like kids' makeup to me. But I love Casper. I actually would love to watch it this October. I spend the whole month of October every single night watching a spooky themed movie. Whether it's like kid nostalgia Halloween or like scary movie, I make my husband sit down and watch all these movies with me. He hates scary movies, but listen, it's my birthday month and I say, I'm in charge this month. So I may be watching Casper this next October. I don't think I've seen it in a long time, but you know, the live action one with Christina Ricci and Devon Sawa, I used to love that movie. This stuff kind of looks cute. Some of it looks cute. The makeup bag looks cute. The mirror is cute. Eye and face brush set, 2 highlighters, glow-in-the-dark makeup sponges duo, illuminating face primer, and setting spray set. I'm interested. It says coming soon to their website and Walgreens. I'll have to check out my Walgreens. Like I've said in past videos, I live in a pretty rural area, so I don't really usually get new collections where I live. But I'll keep my eyes out because this is another one I'd like to see in person. What are your thoughts on this? And did you love Casper as well? I know this is like Casper the TV show is more the IP here, but still, I think it's cute. Milk Makeup is releasing a loose powder. This is the new Pore Eclipse Matte Translucent Talc-Free Setting Powder. I love the Pore Eclipse primer for like spot priming areas on my face where I'm very oily, very acne prone. I think it does a great job. And so I feel like this would be a really good powder for me. I don't know that I would love this underneath my eyes because I feel like it is going to be very mattifying. And I think it would be nice for my T-zone, but I did just pick up the Lunar Beauty loose powder. I have not used it yet. I just got it in the mail recently. So I definitely want to use that one and test it out. I'm a creature of habit when it comes to powder. Like, I've been using the same 2 powders for the past like year and a half nonstop. So I don't feel like I need to buy 2 brand new powders right now. But I think it's interesting and I do really love that line from Milk. But let me know your thoughts on this. I'd be interested to see some reviews. It says they're $32 each and they will be available September 2nd on their website and Sephora. Of course, another major thing that is happening coming up here is the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. I've seen a lot of other creators upload videos on their channels kind of dissecting the 21 Days of Beauty. I'm not personally going to do that this time. I don't have time to do it. I have so many other things that I need to film. I will just say overall, there are a couple of things in the sale that I will purchase because they are things that I was going to purchase anyway, things that I go through often. Like, I am a ride or die for the just traditional beauty blender. It is my favorite sponge. I've used the Shop Miss A Paw Paw sponge and I think it's good, but I don't think it's as good as the beauty blender. So they are doing half off the beauty blender on Sunday, August 27th. So I will be picking one of those up. The other thing I'm going to pick up is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. It is one of my favorite brow pencils. I never buy it full price and I'm almost out of my brow pencils that I'm using now. So this is perfect timing, 50% off on Saturday, September 2nd. And honestly, other than that, I really don't see anything that I personally need. I don't want to buy things just to buy things just because they're on sale, if that makes sense. I've got so much makeup. I'm kind of drowning in makeup right now, so I don't need to add things to my collection that aren't really necessary or things that I'm not like absolutely dying to use. You know what I mean? But I will link this Instagram post down below that I have that shows everything that is going on sale and what the dates are and everything. And I will keep my eyes open for like the surprise steals or whatever that they show last minute if it is something that I'm interested in, but more than likely I won't be shopping the sale other than those 2 items. Let me know your thoughts. Is there anything in the sale that you're excited by? It does start on Sunday, August 27th, which is the day after you are watching this. Marc Jacobs Beauty is confirmed that they are coming back. I was a ride or die for their lash primer. It was my favorite lash primer of all time. Had the perfect wand. It had the perfect amount of product that was dispersed. It curled my lashes. It held my curl. It made my lashes more voluminous when I would put a lash primer over it. And I was devastated when they discontinued or when they closed down, obviously. I bought like 2 backups and I went through them, and I've been using other ones since, obviously, but nothing has really stolen my heart like the Marc Jacobs lash primer. I'm praying they come back with it, and I hope it's the same. Fat chance. But a girl can hope, okay? So it just says they inked a licensing deal with Coty, which he previously only worked with on the fragrance portfolio. Interesting. Coty has just begun work on a Marc Jacobs prestige beauty line, which will be ready around roughly 2 to 3 years. I didn't read that part. 2 to 3 years? Well, I'll update you in 2 to 3 years. See you then. Something that I'm not interested in right off the bat is the new Danessa Myricks launch. So this is the Groundwork Palette and Defining Neutrals palette. You know, this is just something I would never really get use out of, which kind of sounds hypocritical because I did just talk about how I'm probably gonna buy the Patrick Ta palette, which is pretty similar to this, although the Patrick Ta one I think has different tones. And the thing in this that I don't think is like right up my alley is every shade has a Shape and Fix powder and a velvet pomade. So every single one has a pomade and a powder. I don't need that many pomades. The Patrick Ta has 2 cream shades, which I will use those. And the other thing I like about the Patrick Ta one is he has like a little window that closes over the cream products so they don't mix with the powder. And I don't see that with this. Like, it's pretty much in the same pan as the powder. I feel like that could be bad. But this is really, in my opinion, it seems like it's really geared towards makeup artists. And it's so interesting how we're seeing a lot of makeup artist friendly things coming out now. It's interesting that that is the trend. I don't know. I'm not really interested in this at all. I don't think I would use it. Let me know if you are interested in this. Let me know if you are a makeup artist, if this is something that makes sense to you. Would you get use out of this? So it's a multi-use palette for the eyes, brows, face, and lips. So just kind of like the Blend Bunny release that came out not too long ago. All it says is it will be available at Sephora. I don't know. Oh, September 4th. And it's $65. Not for me. It's not for me. But let me know if it's for you. Dose of Colors is releasing a new collection. Honestly, this palette looks so pretty. I am tempted. So it is a collaboration with Dose of Colors and Trevor Barrett. I'm not familiar with Trevor Barrett, but I'm looking on his Instagram right now and he looks like he knows what he's doing. He sure does. His makeup looks great. I love this palette where it's got a whole bunch of neutral mattes with a whole bunch of fun pops of color. I feel like this is a good comeback for Dose of Colors because they really haven't released anything in the past year. I mean, not that many things anyway, and nothing that was really like majorly talked about, at least from the people that I watch or follow. So looks like this collection is limited edition. It is launching on August 23rd, so it already launched at 12 p.m. Central Time on doseofcolors.com. It looks like there is a palette. There is a dual-ended liquid liner, one with white and one with black. Very cool. Felt tip, not my favorite. And then also a clear lip gloss loaded with ultra-fine gold and pink reflex called a Double Rainbow. Oh, that is pretty. I really like Dose of Colors lip products. I may pick up this palette. Should I do it? I'm thinking about it. There is no new release from ColourPop this week. Again, can you believe it? They're slowing down a little bit, which I don't hate. I think that's good for them. But I just wanted to let you know they are restocking their Chrome Liquid eyeshadows. They did restock them on August 25th at 10 a.m. PST. So if you wanted to check those out, if you missed them, they will be restocked, or they have been restocked already. And last but not least, I want to talk about a new release from Adept Cosmetics. This is the Sumerian Sunset palette, available this fall. Apparently this is a Star Trek themed palette. I know absolutely nothing about Star Trek at all whatsoever. The palette itself looks gorgeous. I really like the selection of mattes in this palette a lot. More like grungy greens, a peach, a like orangey red, and a pastel yellow. I think those are really, really pretty, like sunsetty type colors. And then as usual, they've got a really great variety of beautiful shimmers, and Adept shimmers are really, really unique and stunning, and like the most wet looking impactful shimmers that I've personally used. I don't have a lot of indie singles, so I can't speak for those, but for like indie shadows in palettes, they are incredible. Their palettes are very expensive because they have those really beautiful multi-chrome shadows. So I don't know how much it's gonna cost. It doesn't say on this post, and I'm assuming it's gonna be over $100. That would be my guess, but that looks really beautiful. And last thing I wanted to mention, I know that I said that was the last thing, it's not. Unearthly Cosmetics large summer mystery box has been restocked, and you can use my affiliate code Rachel if you wanna save 10% off. Thank you so much if you do. I actually have the summer mystery box. I haven't even used them yet, because I got them right before I left on my vacation, and so I never got a chance to play with them, but hopefully I will be able to soon. But I have made a reel with them, opened them up, looked at them, like touched the products, and they look so, so beautiful. Like I'm so excited to play with them, but if you were interested and you missed the large box, it is available now. All right, and that is it for this new makeup releases video. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to know your thoughts on anything I talked about, or even anything I didn't talk about. Leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on some new releases. And I am not 100% sure if I am going to be able to upload a new makeup releases video next week. I am going to be out of town Friday, and that is usually when I film. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get it, maybe film it a little early or something. I will leave a message in the community tab if I am not able to do it. So if you don't see it in the community tab, then I will be uploading, but just keep your eye out for that. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, and I'd love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.